So I guess this is what it's all about. A few days ago, we had a small party here with my friends and my family. It was the birthday of my dad, and today is actually my birthday, and I've never felt so happy in my life. Feel so full, feel so grounded. Not full in the sense of material or any kind of professional or work or any kind of achievement that makes us full, but rather in another way of saying full, the sense in the meaning of saying the fullness of my soul itself. I might be alone right now, and other people may consider it as lonely, especially in my birthday. But I've never felt this surrounded, alone, but always surrounded. I can feel my ancestors. I can feel everything. I'm here drinking my beer, and I only have gratitude for having a small home here. I got a light, I got my fire. I may not have all the possessions, all the money, all the material needs, but my heart is full. My soul is full. I don't know where this lead, where this will take me, but I know I'm here for a reason. Not to be boastful, or each and every one of us is here for a reason. And I'm one of the first who remembers that. And I just wish that everyone could remember that at its own time. And look at the orbs just shining above the fire as it goes up, dancing through the night. It's not about being spiritual, or it's not being about an NPC or anything anymore. It's beyond all these labels that we try to put what's going on through our existence. And it's time that we put all those labels down, and we just try to remember and to look at our body, to look at our eyes, look at our hands, and to literally remember that we are the pigment of the universe itself. And just in this compact body that's just made out of different stardust, different particles of the universe, the iron that pumps in our blood, the calcium that's made out of the galaxies, the stones, and all the elements that's actually just forming for us to have a body, for the consciousness to have a vessel to experience this reality and these densities. And it's these times, the first birthday that I actually don't have no one beside me, but I've never felt so full and never felt so fulfilled. Fulfilled in the sense of soul fulfillment, of knowing the truth, of our hearts and the consciousness itself, and the source frequency and the divine frequency that's actually us itself, inside our DNAs, inside our soul, within our souls and our blueprints. Thank you for another year, and it's a pleasure to be here for the catalyst, and we're gonna keep on stabilizing the frequencies for the collective and for ourselves and for each and every soul, for those who remember and for those who are willing to face their callings, their mission, and their soul missions, and for us to be thankful for this experience, for the duality. Without duality, without the separations, and without all the different aspects of consciousness, we would never re-acknowledge and we would never remember that we are the consciousness itself, expressing and trying to understand itself in these densities and in these forms, to go back to the source and to go back from our origin. And with that being said, the origin is back to our hearts, back to our souls. And it's time where we stop labeling everything and we just try to transmute and alchemize everything that's happening. For we are all alchemists, and we all have the capability and the power that we were believed not to have and was neglected for thousands and millions of years. And it's for us to regain and remember who we are in the soul level, not in the physical vessel, but in the soul level. And let's remember that all of this were essential. All of this has to happen. All of this has to take place. Just like a butterfly going through a metamorphosis. For without pressure and without the pressure of the 3D dimension, the densities and dimensions, we would never remember the origin and the source, that we are the source itself, and that all of these are essential and needed and were necessary for us to get to this point. And these are the climax. This is the climax, and this is the culmination, the apogee. These are the times that were prophesied for how many thousands of years from different scriptures, from different doctrines and different scrolls. The wisdom and the word was never lost, no matter how much distortion and manipulations went through and was made and went and took place. But the truth will always surface, and the truth is the only thing that exists. And that one single truth is that we are all consciousness, and we are consciousness in a singular form, expressing in different singular forms, but still is singular, just in another aspect, and just in another form, but still is the origin and the source. Source having the eyes and the hands and the awareness and the consciousness. And it's a blessing. Thank you for another year. Thank you for the fire. Thank you for the love, for the hate, for the pain, for everything. For the beautiful butterflies, for the trees, for the birds, for the waterfalls, for the fire. Thank you, Source. Remember who you are. Tatvamasi in Lakech Alaking.